Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Ginny and this is the Big Sew Along. It is also an episode of Friday Sews, which I have not done once again for a bit. In fact, I haven't been here at all for a couple of weeks. I've just been really busy. Let me just say before I go any further, I can't really see here, but I don't know what's going on with my hair. I don't know. I think I broke up with my hairdresser, so I don't know. I may have to grow it out again. I don't know. Anyway, what have I been up to? So, if you guys will remember, last summer, I think it was, I had our furnace sprung a leak. And it flooded. It didn't flood. It caused some water damage in my basement here, which is my sewing room. So, a couple of weeks ago, we had some repairmen in to fix that. And I had two people down here, and then at the same time, I had some people upstairs working on the main bathroom. So for 2.5 days, I was relegated to my couch and my kitchen. That was literally it, because I live in a pretty small house. So I had workers upstairs, workers downstairs, and I was unable to do anything except sit in front of my TV. And I was crocheting, so I mean, there was that. The problem is that I spent those 2.5 days crocheting a sweater that, like, I ended up ripping out completely because I hated it. It was actually just, again, it happens in every craft you can do. I'm pretty sure this happens. It's just the wrong yarn for the project. Anyways, so there was that. The reason that we had those people coming in is because my husband and I have been house hunting. We've been looking for a new house. And so we wanted to get this place, like, straightened up and ready to go. But anyways, what that means is in the last 2 weeks, I just have not had very much time for sewing at all. Yeah, between getting this house fixed up and looking for another house, we've just been really busy. And then last weekend, we were working on our taxes, and I work as a seamstress during the day, like at a part-time, and I work at a fabric store. So for those jobs, I get regular tax forms from them. But because I do sew for other people on the side, sometimes I can write off some of the expenses I incur here at home for sewing. So whenever we do our taxes, I will, like, add up those things and just hand them over to my husband so we can get our deductions or whatever. But I also just, like, try to add up how much I've spent on my sewing, like, not for work at all, but just for me. And my husband and I are always debating whether or not I spend more money on my hobbies, which are sewing and knitting, or he spends more money on his hobbies, which is books. So I'm embarrassed to say that I win this competition hands down every year. So here's the thing, you guys. I added up how much I spent on patterns, sewing patterns, not knitting patterns or crocheting patterns or anything else, sewing patterns for last year. Now this does include, like, books, a couple of books, like, or the Taco magazine, which is expensive. That was like 40 bucks. But I only could count one of those because the other one was this year. My Japanese sewing books are usually about 25 bucks plus shipping. Most of the time I buy indie patterns, and so those are a little more expensive. They're between, you know, $12 and $16 or $20 plus if you have them shipped, or if they're PDFs, then I'll send them out to PDF plotting to be printed, so I count that. Anyways, at the end of the day, in 2021, I spent $1,360 on sewing patterns. And I don't even know what to say about that. Except, are you kidding me? Like, okay, so the thing is, I added it up and I was like, that can't be right. There's just no way. That's too many patterns. I don't have that many patterns. And then I figured it out. So, let's see. Let's just say that the average pattern is 20 bucks for me. I mean, I did get a couple of small hauls from McCall's last year, which those were nominal because I probably got like 6 patterns each and they were like $4 to $6 a piece. So that hardly counted for anything, but that's also not the average. So we're going to say the average is 20 bucks. So $1,360 divided by 20 means 68 patterns. And actually, I think that that's probably about right. Wow. So, yeah, I don't know, you guys. I really don't know what to say about that. I'm curious to know, though, how much you guys spend. Please, please, God, somebody tell me that you spend a lot of money on patterns. Okay. Give me a roundabout number. How much you think you spend on patterns. Just patterns. We're not even going to go near fabric, because if I spent $1,300 on patterns, I couldn't even, I didn't even want to like think about how much I spent on fabric. I was like, forget it. I'm not adding it up. I don't want to know. Yeah, so I did that last weekend, and then because, as you do when you realize that you've completely overspent in a category, I immediately bought 2 more patterns that I probably didn't really need at all. I bought, but I wanted to share them with you guys because I think they're really cool. I bought this one. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone here so I know what patterns I'm talking about. I bought this one called the Martha top. I'll put a picture up here. I should move over. I can't have a little room for my pictures. I bought this pattern right here. I've been looking at this for a while. This is by Jane from the Dressmaker's Closet here on YouTube. She does have her own website, and she also does a ready-to-wear line. She doesn't have a ton of patterns, but I do really like her style, and I think this is really cute. It's the line drawing is here. I don't know if you can tell. It does have like a high-low hem, like high in the front and low in the back. And then I'll put another picture here of a couple of pictures of Jane actually in her version of it. I bought this because, if you remember my last video, I showed you guys a piece of like rayon challis that I got at work. And I was going to use that for my, what's it called? It's a top from, shoot, I can't remember what that's called. It's one from So Liberated, the one that I made a muslin of. Anyways, I didn't have enough fabric to make it longer, and I really wanted to make that longer. So I bought this pattern so I could use it for that fabric. So just so you know, I was completely justified in purchasing this pattern because I'm sure I had nothing else that would work. Okay, the other thing I bought was this dress, and now I'm not going to remember what this is called either. This is from a company called Fibr Cloth, and this dress and top is called the Fotinia top. It looks to me like a raglan, sort of a raglan. Like a wide neck. It's not a raglan. It's like a square with a sleeve set in and a wide neck that is gathered up. Sort of reminds me of like a Victorian chemise or an Edwardian chemise. Anyways, again, I probably didn't really need this. I happen to really like this lady that has this website. I like her whole vibe, philosophy, whatever. I don't know her name or anything, but I do this a lot, you guys. I end up buying patterns because, not so much because I need the pattern, but, well, first of all, because I'm always drawn in by the, like the pictures. Even though I can see clearly from the line drawing that it's something that I don't really need that pattern for. But then I think, oh, but I'm stealing this idea from this woman who came up with this idea, and I want to support her, and, you know, whatever. I want to be supportive. I don't have an excuse, you guys. I'm a pattern addict. I don't have an excuse. I can wrap it any way I like. I'm just really bad about buying patterns. All right, so I am going to work on those two things. I have both of those patterns cut out, but I don't have the fabric cut out yet. The other thing I got, and I got this before, I ordered this before I did my add up on all my patterns. Before I knew how much money I spent last year on patterns. I bought this the latest Nani Iro pattern book. I'll leave a link to the, I think I probably told you guys, I usually buy my Japanese pattern books from a woman whose shop is called Pomadour24 on Etsy. And I'll leave a link to her shop below. But this book is really beautiful. I have a couple pictures here that I wanted to show you of some of the things that are in here. Let me see if I can find them here on my phone. The first thing is this really cool top right here. It looks like just a basic square top, which I totally get. But I have a picture of the line drawing here for you too. It's actually almost a circle, and it's so cool the way she's designed it that I really can't wait to make that. The next one is a dress. This one does have like a little bit of a waistband, and it has a higher neck, and it almost has like a bib that comes on both sides. She has a couple of versions of this one in here. This is another picture of the same dress in a different version. This dress is obviously really long. Again, it's got a higher neck and a gathered front, like above the bust gathers, and fuller sleeves. This is the one that's on the cover here. Yeah. And then this one is like sort of a squarish kind of shift, and she's made some waist definition by putting some darts in the front, sort of at the waist, and then I don't know if you can see, there's a really cool gather detail at the back, which I love. And yeah, so that's just like a few of the patterns that she has in this book, but I really love this. And there's one pair of pants in here. I couldn't get a very good picture of it from the book, so I just started making it, so I will show you those when I have them finished. Okay, speaking of Etsy, you guys, and this is probably a little more serious than I usually get here. I, a few weeks ago, ordered some embroidered patches for a friend of mine for her birthday, and I'm going to see if I do. I don't know if you'll be able to see them here. They're little beautiful little moths, and there's a picture here. She attached them to her her curtains, and they look really lovely. From the same person, I bought this embroidery applique. I'm going to hold it up so you can see it. I hope you can see it. It's a little crazy. It's sort of a nod to my punk past. Anyways, I love it. I don't know if you're going to be able to say it is machine embroidered. She did a lovely job. Anyways, the reason I wanted to show you guys these things is because they came in I ordered them sometime in January, and they took quite a long time to come. I think I got them maybe right after I did my last video, so 2.5, 3 weeks ago, something like that. And I wanted to tell you that I ordered these from Etsy, and as I often do on Etsy, I'll order something, and then when it hasn't shown up for like 6 weeks, I'll go back and look at it and be like, hey, where's my order? And then I'll realize that it was coming from Thailand or something, and I wasn't paying any attention. That actually happened with this particular item. I ordered this from, what's her name? EmbroideryMoks. And I'll just put it up here. I'll also put a link to her Etsy shop down below. But I just wanted to tell you guys that this actually came from Ukraine. My embroidery things came from Ukraine. And actually, that's kind of gave me a chill just saying that. It's amazing how small and also how big our world is. When I realized that, I sent this woman a message just telling her that I loved my embroidery and that I hope that she and her family are fine. She wrote me right back and said that they are fine and asked for, of course, prayers for Ukraine. But today, before I started this video, I looked up her shop again because I wanted to get a link, and I just wanted to read you. She has a message up on her shop now that says, "Me and my family are in Kyiv. This is scary. Pray for Ukraine. I feel that prayers from you is very important right now. I will do all orders with love when all this horror is over." Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys because I don't know anybody in Ukraine. I have a couple of customers who are originally from Ukraine. My husband knows a couple of people from ages ago who were from Ukraine. But I feel like this affects all of us, and so that really touched me when I read that message that she put up. And so I just wanted to ask you guys all, as everyone does, donate if you can to help the people of Ukraine. They're desperate for food and water and shelter and all kinds of other things. Anyways, I'm sorry to be such a downer. I really felt like I wanted to say something just because I had that very small connection with Ukraine. Okay, back to sewing things. So I was talking about these Japanese pants that I wanted to share with you. I haven't finished them yet, so but I will. As soon as I finish them, I'll show you. But what I did want to share with you was my Arthur pants that I finished ages ago and have been unable to show you until now. So I'm looking at my pictures here so I can see what I'm talking about. I'm showing you here. These I made in a medium weight, sort of beet red linen. And I wonder if I still have a picture of my god-awful paper pants. I might put that up here too. And I apologize for wearing an ugly tank top with these. I just really wanted you guys to see the pants. Originally, when I first finished these, like with everything, I didn't like them very much. And now looking at them in these pictures, I wore them all day yesterday for the first time, and I really liked them. And now looking at them in these pictures again, I feel like I really like them. I'm not sure, you guys. It might just be the shoes that I have on with these. I'm trying to decide if I need to shorten them a little bit more. So leave me a message below if you have thoughts on that. Okay, then the next pant I'm going to show you here is the last time I bought patterns. Once again, this was before I knew how much I had spent on patterns. I bought the Harvester pants from So Different UK. I was really excited to make these pants. I'm putting pictures up here. This is a front view of these pants. You guys, they have like this really cute little tulip hem. But you can see in this picture that because of the way the pants slants to one side, it literally looks like I'm trying to like not go to the bathroom. Like I have to go to the bathroom really bad or something. I mean, it looks terrible. I don't even know how else to say that. Like it looks like I'm knock-kneed. It's weird. I'm not holding my knees together. So here's another picture. They definitely look better when I'm not standing straight up. And then, you know, there's a side view for you so you can see. I think they actually look pretty good. But the back view, I don't know. I mean, they actually fit okay. I just feel like I don't like my pants to be that fitted in the seat. So I can't decide. I mean, I would just make these pants again in a bigger size. By the way, I think that I made the size 14 in these, which is the size that they recommend. But that knock-knee thing, I don't know that I like them enough to try to figure that out. So this just might not be the right pant for me. And honestly, the seat might be better if I didn't have my hands in my pockets. And none of that's going to matter because I'm almost always going to wear something long over it. But still, for comfort level, I like my pants to be baggier in the seat. That's just the way I like them. I will say that the sizing and the drafting of the pattern were great. There were no issues with that whatsoever. And then the next thing I have to show you is this one, which is from the same collection, the layered up collection from So Different UK. This is the Folia frock. This one I made in a Japanese cotton lawn, so it's very soft and very silky cotton lawn. I had to shorten this dress 8 inches, and it's below my knee in this picture. So, I mean, honestly, when I held it up to me, the pattern was at my ankle. Now in the pictures on her website, she does show it pretty long. I just don't like my dresses that long. The chances of me wearing it as a dress, I usually wear pants under my dresses, or yeah, or a long slip. So the issue I have with this is because the bubble is pretty, it comes in pretty far at the hem. You can't really wear it with a slip because it poofs out funny. It looks weird. The slip does. I did like it with pants, like a narrower leg pant. I feel like it still might need to be a little bit shorter. I could be wrong about that. And then I forgot to shorten the sleeves. So you can see in these pictures that the sleeves are an awkward length. They're not really bracelet sleeve, but they're not really full length. I shortened the dress 8 inches and I forgot to shorten the sleeves. So next time I make it, I will shorten the sleeves probably 2 inches and I think they will be fine. Again, the sizing and the drafting of the pattern seemed to be really good. I didn't have any issues with size or anything like that. I cut, again, I think it was a 14. It might have been a 12, but whichever one was coordinated with the sizes, with my size, is the one I cut. And it fits the way it should. Like I said, the only thing was the length on that. That does have a French dart in it. So it's a little bit, if you haven't shortened a French dart before, that can be a little tricky. I was going to do a tutorial for that for you guys, but I just, again, just haven't had any time. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and I will, I'll try to get that together for you. Alright guys, I think that is it for me this week. As always, I thank you so much for stopping by and spending some time with me. I really do appreciate it. And I guess until next time, happy sewing.